Right, today I'm going to be showing you how I play snooker. There's going to be a few tips in here. We're going to start off with the stance, the grip, getting set up for the shot, and later on we're going to go into some more advanced stuff. But just to start off with, I think we're going to start with the basics, which is where to hold the cue and where to put your bridge hand and how to kind of line up the shot, which is the most important part. I normally like to hold the cue here with the flat facing up to the ceiling. Copied that off of Steve Davis when I was a young kid, so I've always stuck with that. As an average, you'd like to kind of keep your hand here so you've got kind of a little bit of a cue overhanging, but not too much, all depending on what type of shot you're going to be playing. And then obviously we're going to be walking into the shot, and you obviously lead with your right leg first, which we're going to try and keep straight as an anchor, and then the left leg is something that you naturally would bend, and that will help you to get down to the shot parallel. And we want to try and keep this hand, all depending on what type of shot we've got to play, but as an average I like that kind of distance from the ball. But obviously again, all depending on what type of shot you're going to be playing. If you want more power, then obviously you kind of have a little bit more overhanging. So we're going to start off now by walking into the shot. So I walk into the shot, right leg straight, left leg bent, grip nice and loose, and as I come through I slowly accelerate with the pressure grip there. Now we're going to talk about the bridge hand, which is very, very important. It's so important to have a stable bridge hand. Anything that's moving or not stable is not going to be reliable. So I like to always try and get this part of the hand or the hand onto the table. You want to kind of keep it level, and what you want to try and create is a V for your cue hand for your cue to go through your thumb and then your finger next to your thumb. And what you want to be able to do is to make it that solid that the cue can go nowhere but along this line here. You don't want it going across there, you don't want it going across there, you just want it driving fast and forward through into the shot. I always like to kind of make sure that when I'm addressing the ball, my right forearm is parallel, and what I mean by that is it's not too far there or I'm not too much inside. I kind of think, well, there's a kind of neutral position, and for anyone trying to advance in the game, I always think that's a good kind of something to have in as a routine, if you like. So kind of bear that in mind. I'm not saying one's right, one's wrong, but this is what actually works for me, and I haven't done too bad. One common theme amongst all of them safety shots, they were all played with topspin. Very rarely will you be playing safety shots where you'll be creating backspin. Sometimes you need to, but 90% of the time, a lot of the shots are played with topspin. And for me, the best player in the game at doing that is John Higgins, followed closely by Mark Selby. One of the masters of it was Steve Davis. He was the one we all learnt from. He was the master of topspin, splitting the reds open, getting a good white. So always bear in mind that when you're playing these safety shots, a lot of it is topspin, but controlled topspin. Not to the point where you're hitting it 100 miles an hour. You want to control every shot you hit, but creating topspin. I'm now going to show you a great break building exercise. This is one a lot of the top professionals do. 5 reds between the pink and black. And what we're going to try and do is take red, black, red, black, red, black, and each time leaving ourselves a perfect angle on the black to make it easy to get to our next red. So here we go. We're queuing up, kind of in the middle of the white, just below centre. Little screw back. Now here's one of the shots that I would call a key shot, and it's called like a stun run through. So here I get down, I'm always in the middle of the white. There you see, I potted the black, left myself a nice angle on this red. For me, about break building, it's about trying to play shots nice and firm so you can be positive with it. So we go down for this red, middle of the white. Nice little follow through. Leave myself a nice little angle on the black to then again bring my white across here. This is like a soft screw, so again just below centre. Little soft screw. Leave ourselves this angle onto the red. Again we've got the perfect angle on the red. We're going to try and pot this red. Leave ourselves a nice angle on the black, which I've managed to do. And again, I'm going to try and come off this top cushion, leave myself here. Always leave myself options. You've got 2 reds here, so I kind of want to make sure my white's here and not here. So if I go a bit too far for this one, I've always got this one here. So again, I'm going to be in the middle of the white for the black. And it's just all about delivery of the cue, keeping it nice and firm but under control. And as you can see there, I've left myself two options. I can play the bottom red or the top red, whatever I fancy. So again, I'm going to play the top red because it suits me on this shot. Once you start playing them shots regular, you start to feel much more confident with your striking, of where you're going to get the cue ball. Your positional play will improve that much better, and that will, again, will enable you to score breaks with much less effort. The game becomes easy then, sometimes.